And be forewarned that your analysis will have no effect. Because you're about to see what an undercover agent can really do. Me, the Phantom? No way! Wow. Oh, I'm so sad. See, I told you I have emotions. How dare you accuse me of being someone who would kill over a moon rock? I do regret cooperating with the Phantom, of course. But I'm so glad this whole misunderstanding is cleared up now. What am I supposed to pinpoint here? Maybe this... I don't think so. I've never seen a person in such a chaotic emotional state. But there has to be something here. I just know it. This might be a long shot, but if there really is a real emotion mixed in here somewhere, then it's possible that it would be the one emotion that doesn't disappear. The one that doesn't disappear, huh? I'll give it another look then. Alright. Everything disappeared here at least once. Yeah. Okay. Wait, did we go to the first? Let's go back to the first one and make sure. Me, the Phantom? No way. Alright, everything went away. Sad. Sad's not going away here.
Got it.
I found it. I found the one emotion you're truly feeling. What? Hidden in the middle of that chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. When you talked about the moon rock, you felt a fear that wouldn't fade. Fear, huh? A fear that a man with hardly any emotions feels, huh? And it was a response to that moon rock. Detective Fullbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moon rock because you failed to steal it. You tried but failed to steal the moon rock. That stain on your career as a spy has left you feeling afraid. But the moon rock did indeed disappear from the laboratory. And I'd hardly think a person who feels so little would feel fear over a thing like that. Don't everyone jump on the Phoenix hype train all at once now? Didn't the topic of what a spy might fear the most come up in our discussions earlier? Detective Fullbright, I presume you feel the running to it because your identity will be revealed. Right? Of course. That's it. Enough, Fullbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity. I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. The case is about the Phantom after all. Detective Fullbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You were afraid the moon rock will somehow reveal your identity. If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even the Phantom feel afraid. Me? Afraid? I don't know what you're talking about. So, there really is something about the moon rock that would reveal his identity. Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't so much steal the moon rock, but more like he had to take it with him, because there was something on it that would reveal his true identity. Whoa! Hold it! Come back! Where do you think you're going? Me? I'm not going anywhere. Is it just me, or was he going to use that weird watch thing to try to get away? How many more of these toys does he have, and where can I get myself some? Detective Fullbright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection with the moon rock? In justice we trust, not emotions, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid. Don't make me laugh. Ah! And what was that just now? But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analyzing a case from the psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth. Eek! It's all just a waste of time. All your efforts at analysis serve no purpose. And now, in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In an era when evidence is fabricated, do you truly expect feelings to be accepted as proof? And where exactly is your proof that I fear the moon rock anyway? Well, I admit, I don't have any conventional proof, but I still say that examining a person's heart has its merits. Oh, really? Then why don't you listen carefully with those special ears of yours? Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery. Yes, they all have hearts. I listened, they all have them. All I hear is distrust. As you can see, the people are on my side, because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine. But it's not like I use analytical psychology to falsely accuse people. Uh-oh, we've got Athena doubting herself. Miss Sykes' analytical psychology has breathed new life into the chat room. It has freed the hearts of many witnesses and has been key in getting to the truth. What nonsense. Your Honor, the defense's claim is a false one. I don't feel any kind of fear when it comes to the moon rock.
I see. Very well. I will give the opinion of this court. In a trial, I don't feel that a person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence is.
But Your Honor...
There, you see? Nobody believes you in your trumped-up charges. However, I do believe Miss Sykes' analyses can contribute to making the truth clear. I've seen her do this firsthand several times already.
Surely you jest. So does this mean you will accept my findings in this trial, Your Honor?
Yes, I believe your claim, Miss Sykes. I think there is merit in examining why the witness feels fear in regard to the moon rock. That is the court's opinion on this matter.
Then that's a win for me. No, a win for analytical psychology. Now, Mr. Phantom, you will tell this court the reason for your fear.
Analytical psychology? My fears? Fine! I'll show you precisely why those abstract things can't be considered evidence. Hee 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 hoo hoo hoo! Ha 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 ha! I felt fear when I thought about the moon rock because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of him because he took my family hostage. Well, reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all. So the very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him. In fact, I'm on the side of justice! And there you have it. Now do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock?
Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does any two-bit con artist. It's all meaningless in the absence of evidence. The phantom is like the mist. No flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut it, right, Dono? With your deductive reasoning and the body of evidence before us, let us send this miserable phantom fellow to the other world together. You and I, Prosecutor Blackwell, we have a duty to bring the phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts. Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust with my murder conviction. I bear part of the responsibility as well for being suspected of forging evidence and losing my attorney's badge as a result. The two of us and the phantom were there at the beginning of the dark age of the law. It is also our burden to cut away the foul specter we created, is it not? Until all that remains is the righteousness of the court and the faith of the people.
Hee 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 ho ho ho! Ha 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 ha! Trust, understanding, fragile ideals of the masses who are controlled by emotion. Humans can't truly trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
Objection!
Once two people overcome their misgivings, that's where real trust is to be found. You're free to believe what you want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies. Always.
I felt fear when I thought about the moon rock because it reminded me of the phantom.
Hold it!
It only reminded you of the phantom? Don't make me laugh. You are the phantom.
Evidence is everything in a court of law. Or did you forget? I was forced to testify over a silly thing like feelings. But those tactics won't work from here on out. You need real evidence.
I hate to admit it, but he's right.
Yeah, I'm very afraid of him because he took my family hostage.
Hold it!
Your family? Your family? Like who in your family, specifically?
Oh, I don't know. Like, maybe my lover, for example. Oh, my sweet, sweet lover.
For example? Maybe? We need a more concrete answer than that.
Maybe my mother, my son, or my daughter. Maybe it was all of them. I'm so sad and worried. I miss them so much. Ha ha ha.
He's obviously lying.
Look how upset I am. Is it any wonder I followed the Phantom's orders?
Why can't I just nail him to the wall with that?
What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all.
Hold it!
You can't think of a single reason that the Phantom might be afraid of the rock?
I thought the Phantom wasn't even supposed to have any feelings. How can someone like me, with my wealth of emotions, be expected to understand the guy?
The Phantom, a person with very few emotions, would only be afraid of something really big. Like his cover getting blown big. I'm willing to bet the moon rock has something to do with his identity, but what? Maybe the Phantom's fingerprints are on the rock? The fingerprints can be wiped off. Then maybe he wanted the rock so bad he literally drooled on it and left his DNA. We're dealing with a spy here, Athena, not a slob. True, but maybe the DNA part isn't too far off, huh? something unexpected happened to him during the incident 7 years ago. I just know I have something that can show why the Phantom is afraid of the moon rock.
I'll just continue with my testimony while you're pondering then, if you don't mind. So the very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him.
Hold it! And how afraid are you exactly?
I'm so scared I start to shake even when I see the moon in the sky.
Do you shake when you see Miss Sykes' earring?
Well, to be honest, since the very first time I met Miss Sykes, I felt more than a little frightened of her.
I guess some people just inspire that much fear in others. Mr. Wright, you were thinking something mean-spirited and rude, weren't you? Of course not. Must beef up mind-reading defenses.
Now, do you understand? The very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock proves that, in fact, I'm on the side of justice.
Hold it! After all that you've done, how dare you speak the word justice?
In justice we trust. I'll say it as much as I want and with absolute confidence. Whatever I say is just. That's how it works in this dark age of the law.
Ugh. He won't get the best of me with that twisted argument of his. I'll find a way to get him right where I want him. Detective Fullbright, or rather the Phantom, feels fear in regard to the moon rock. It probably has something to do with being afraid that his true identity will be revealed. Right, so that's why the Phantom had to take the moon rock with him 7 years ago. In that case, if we had something to show the real cause of Fullbright's fear, we just might be able to expose his true identity. Alright, let's look at the evidence and see what we've got. I want to look at this thing, the capsule. The crime scene 7 years ago was launched in space and only returned to Earth a few days ago. Huh. So it's something to do... Let's look at the bomb. And I'm not really seeing much here. Let's see. I feel like I just need to present the actual moon rock, because it's only been in Earth a few days ago.
Objection!
This isn't it. I don't think. Don't you find this statement to be a bit odd? You have the question wrong. Huh? I believe you meant to say, don't you find my head to be a bit odd? Huh? You better not be talking about my hair. If you choose to wave your sword at contradictions that don't exist, prepare to have the soundness of your mind brought into question, right, Dono? What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid? The knife on that?
Objection!
Oh yeah, it's the knife. Detective Fullbright, I assume you know what this is.
Of course, that's the knife the Phantom used to kill Clay Terran.
That's right. And the exact same type of knife Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand.
Yeah, that was discussed earlier, as I recall.
He dodged at first, so I only got his clothes. But I tried again. And this time you got him, didn't you? I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand. Miss Sykes then stated that she remembers the culprit bleeding. It's my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moon rock, and he was afraid that if the blood was analyzed, his true identity would be revealed. That explains why the Phantom had to remove the moon rock from the crime scene.
You mean if we run the analysis now, we'd know who the Phantom is? Yeah, I suppose so. But unfortunately, the moon rock in question is missing.
That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened to it in great detail.
You can?
Of course. Not.
You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me. Yeah!
What this court needs is a bully-free zone. Ah, the infamous sword of the beguiling bluff. Its edge is without compare. Come now, ready it with me, and show us just how finely it cuts.
Your Honor, this is an outrage! I'm outraged! Oh, I mean, this is an outrage!
Go on, right, Dono. Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. Now, the culprit supposedly removed the moon rock from the lab. But in this video of him, it's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, you're right!
But here's something to consider. What if the Phantom hid the moon rock somewhere at the scene of the crime? Good thinking, boss. Security was super tight at the Space Center back then. All that in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days. All personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. You couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints. Does this mean that the moon rock is still somewhere in the Space Center?
In the name of justice, I proclaim that's impossible!
And why is that?
The Space Center was searched from top to bottom, and especially the lab, but the moon rock was never found.
Ah! How could I forget about that? A sad but true fact. We still haven't a grasp on how it was done. But the Phantom made the moon rock vanish into the ether. There's no way it just disappeared. Logic and evidence tells us otherwise. The Phantom didn't have the moon rock on him when he left the lab. Yet a thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And it never turned up in the 7 years after that either. They launched it into space. The Phantom made the rock disappear without physically removing it himself. But how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think! How did the moon rock vanish from the robotics lab?
So, can you not show what happened to the moon rock, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I can. Your Honor?
What? Oops, sorry. I mean, what? In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the Phantom make the moon rock disappear from the crime scene?
I want to say space. I'm gonna save it.
Take that! That's the Hope capsule, right? The one that went up with the Hat 1 rocket?
He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the center to be found either. So there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hope capsule that was there in the lab that day.
Yes, and the team must have loaded it into the Hope space probe eventually. But if that's what happened, then the moon rock would have been launched up into space along with the rocket.
Preposterous. It would mean that for these past 7 years, the moon rock was in space! The Phantom got rid of the moon rock in the most cosmic way he knew how. It was out there in the depths of space. Aboard the Hope space probe, which is where I am now. What?
Order in the court!
I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage the Hat One anyway. The villain, he used his primary objective to conveniently kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That's right. He planned for the moon rock to be turned into cosmic dust out in space, thereby destroying the one piece of evidence that could reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot. The Hope space probe sailed off safely on its mission and returned 7 years later. With the capsule in tow.
Ah!
If we analyze the blood on the moon rock, it should make one thing crystal clear. That you were the Phantom all along, Detective Fullbright. So he killed Clay just so he could get the moon rock back. I believe so. His original assignment may have just been to sabotage the hat too, but at the same time, he also had to retrieve the evidence of his crime 7 years ago. That's why he went to the boarding lounge. And he attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end, it was all he could do just to escape himself, so he didn't get the capsule. Clemens did everything he could to stop Fullbright. He probably hung onto that capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath.
Oh, this is so funny. You make me laugh. You really do.
Boy, he's totally out of whack now. It's game over for you, Detective Fullbright. Why don't you just admit it to it all, now?
There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fullbright, undercover investigator, I tell you. I am not the Phantom. The blood on the rock is just another one of his schemes. A trap.
Now, I'm not sure what to think. I suppose if the Phantom is a spy worth his salt, a trap is not out of the question.
Objection!
But in that case, you could say anything is a trap.
Emotions! I've got 'em. That's what makes a trap a trap. I've been framed into taking the blame for the Phantom. Your Honor, I believe further investigation is in order.
Silence.
Further investigation. More like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice. Myself, if I must. Here and now.
I guess it's time to show you just what I'm really capable of. Die, Simon Blackwell!
Hey, you guys aren't really...
Who?
I'm standing here now, sorry. It looks like I made it just in time.
Edgeworth! Edgeworth!
I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something out about the Phantom's true identity? You might say that. I started by looking into the first people on the scene 7 years ago. All three, an employee and 2 officers, were registered in the robot's recognition systems. But none of them looked the least bit like Detective Fullbright. I actually wonder about Detective Arm. Is Fullbright actually an undercover detective and not the agent? Is he actually just another person? Oh, I want to believe in you, Fullbright. I want to believe! But there's more. I've yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell, you'd best brace yourselves. This roller coaster is not for anyone with a heart condition or anyone who thinks they might be pregnant. Uh-oh. The man you see there before you, Bobby Fullbright, is already long dead. Whoa, 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 Bobby, no! Bobby, no! Are you a zombie? Are you a zombie agent? No, 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 no! Huh? What's that supposed to mean? An unidentified body that was found a year ago has now been proven to possess Bobby Fullbright's fingerprints. Then does this mean... Yes, that man there is an impostor, pretending to be Bobby Fullbright. An impostor?
Then this man, who in the world is he?
Enough of your trickery. If you will not reveal yourself to us, then I shall do it for you. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa!
His face!
Bobby Fullbright, are you a robot?
Look what you did to my mask.
Mask? What is the meaning of this witness?
Okay, you got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now.